Hey, welcome everybody. We're doing another special edition of the podcast today. I have Amy Klco in the podcast room, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming Story Scribblers Writers Retreat that is happening in August. We're going to have so much fun. Amy's going to teach a really fun workshop on using the hero's journey to create a compelling plot. We all hear about the hero's journey. It transcends almost every entertainment form. I mean, even I think in painting, I think it lives there too.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know about, maybe not sculpture so much. It's hard to think of sculptures as a journey, but maybe.
Now I'm going to have to look and see because I bet
Yeah.
you I can find it.
You probably
I'm pretty good at finding it everywhere.
You're good at that stuff. So tell us a little bit about what retreaters can expect to find when they come to take your workshop.
Okay, well, first of all, just kind of a little background. I do, in my spare time when I'm not being a writer, I am a teacher. I teach creative writing, but I also teach a mythology class. And in the mythology class, one of the big things that I teach in there is the hero's journey. Because of course you see it all the time in mythology stories. But also I always hope that my kids will take both classes, and then learning the hero's journey and mythology will help them when they get to the creative writing class, help
Absolutely.
you there.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing about the hero's journey, I don't know, and people may or may not know this, but it was created or whatever, it was discovered, I guess, by Joseph Campbell. He explored myths from all over the place and discovered that myths all over the place kind of have the same journey that heroes go through. And he's like, wow, this is kind of interesting. And the reason why, at least what, he came up with, I 100% agree with, is that it's kind of, it tells us how to live life. The whole point of myths, the whole point of the stories of heroes is how to live your life and how to be a hero in your own life. That's really big, in my opinion. Everybody has the chance to be a hero in their own way. Absolutely. Through going through this journey. And so what we're going to be doing in the workshop is we're going to talk about the stages, how they can apply to things like, art, I guess, movies, books, any kind of story. A lot of them kind of pull into that, and how you can use it within your own writing then to create more compelling characters that you care about, to create that dynamic hero's journey.
Yeah.
I like the circle thing, yes.
Yeah, well, I've always learned, back in college, I learned hero's journey with a circle, with the traditional Joseph Campbell.
It has to be a circle, and that's the big thing that.
Although I have seen it in a couple of places. There are some writing teachers who use different diagrams to show different stages, especially when talking about, okay, how do we fit a sequel into this journey? Like, where do we make the break, right? There's a really good guy, Stan Williams, who is pretty well known in the film industry. I took a couple of workshops with him, and he does it in a story diamond, kind of a weird augmented story. So, I mean, it's all the same process. Yeah. Just looking at it from different points of view. And what I love about the hero's journey is that it can be applied to any genre and any time period. Mm-hmm. So when I teach in elementary schools, I teach using Three Little Pigs because it's real simple and easy to see it. And then there are some people, like you say, with mythology, you can look at Hercules and, okay, that fits. Look at exactly, Zeus, yes. That fits.
Well, I don't know about Zeus, but we don't talk about it.
Well, anyway. But definitely, in many other traditions too, not just Greek mythology, but in Native American tradition, in Hindu tradition, and Japanese myth. I mean, it really is a universal way to look at story.
Yeah. And I think that it came across probably in different cultures, because it's what speaks to us as humans. How can we live our best life is by following this journey. And so that's.
Yeah, I mean, even if you look in religious texts, the hero's journey lives in parable in almost every religious text as well.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. So my goal with this workshop is to kind of help you understand it and then see it everywhere, and then also put it into your own writing. So
That's very fun.
yeah.
That's going to be super, super fun. And then the writers retreat is August 24th to the 27th. The cool thing about the way we've orchestrated this is that after each workshop, writers are going to have specialized concentrated time to work on what they just learned. So you're
That's
not
nice.
going to have to worry about going through an entire 8 hours of workshops and then trying to remember what was it, that thing that Amy taught me about that hero thing. You're going to have time immediately afterward
To process what
to
you learned.
process and then put it into practice. And then you're going to be available for questions during that time.
Perfect.
So
Yes, I think that's great. Yeah.
That's the best thing about it, is that we're not stacking our workshops. We take one at a time and then we practice it. And then we have snacks, because you gotta have snacks.
Because snacks, yeah. I hear there's going to be s'mores. I'm really looking forward to that.
There are going to be more s'mores than you can eat. I promise. There will be lots of them. Every night we're going to have a campfire story time. I was talking to Jules, I think, yesterday about it. And the way we're trying to describe, if you were to put it, that thing you do in the writing world, that you have to come up with a tagline, right? So what we're saying, the best way to describe this is band camp without the chaperones and curfews.
And a little less stress and hot under the sun working.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we're all going to be, for the most part, indoors.
I mean, you can go out in the sun, but you won't have
absolutely,
to.
yes. There are these beautiful walking paths in the little forest area that they have there. You could go and camp out right there. We're going to have open rooms where people can write 24/7 if they wanted to. So if you're a night owl writer and you'd like to write in the middle of the night, but you don't want to bother your roommate, you can absolutely go write. So we're doing this Creative Slingers of Ink, Mandy Jo and me with Pages Promotions. We've come together to kind of orchestrate this thing. And then, and Amy, I haven't sprung this on you yet.
Uh-oh.
But I think I know you well enough I can ask you. One of the great things that we're doing is we're publishing everybody who comes to the retreat. So part of your application process is you're going to send in a short story. The theme is summer vacation, and it can be any genre. And what I'm going to ask you right now is, would you like to be on the judging panel for that anthology? Because we're giving away prizes. They're going to be blind submissions, so you won't know who they're coming from.
Ooh. Yes, I could do that.
Or, because I know I just put you on the spot, you can think about it and let me know later.
I think I can do it. It's always hard for me because I think all writing is great, so it's hard for me to judge. Yeah, but I'm willing to give it a try. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Because Mandy Jo and I will be reading them, but we have to have a tiebreaker.
Gotcha. Yep.
Because Mandy Jo and I love everybody's work too. So there has to be, and we actually have rubrics on the website. So there actually is an evaluation process. But but I think that would be super fun, because you're teaching the hero's journey, and the hero's journey can be applied everywhere.
Yep.
I think you would be a tremendous asset to help us. And, then it's not all on me to make a decision.
You have so much on you as it is. You don't need all of it.
I really don't, but yeah. So anyone who would like to join us, the Writers Retreat Story Scribblers is this August 24th through the 23rd. 4 days, 3 nights, workshops, concentrated writing time, critique, meals and lodging is included, campfire, s'mores. We're going to have so much fun with this. If you are already a published author, you can also bring your books, because we're going to have a little book festival that's going to be open to the public. So I'm seeing it as a win-win-win-win-win.
A million wins. Yep. I see so many wins. Yes.
Come join us. Have a good time. Amy, I'm so happy that you came on today to talk about this a little bit. we're going to be doing more of this as we get closer and revealing more fun stuff. But I'm so grateful to you for coming and teaching and just
Sure
being on
thing.
the
I'm
cheerleading squad. And
glad to do it. I'm excited too. Yes.
I think it's going to be fun.
I know it's going to be fun. I know it. Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you in August.
Yes, you will. Yep.